What's going on, guys? Another video for you from the farm land, and today we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna build a little project. I've had it kind of on my mind, kind of figuring out if it's actually gonna work or not. Basically building a stand for one of those oscillating sprinklers. So I've got two different kinds right here. One of them, I don't even know the brand of it. Found it actually underneath the house. And then this one here, you can tell is a little bit cheaper. You can buy them at any DG, Dollar General. We call them DGs around here. You can buy this at any Dollar General. This one here, the actual motor mechanism hadn't quit working, but it only works halfway, so it only oscillates going one direction and stops and won't go the full direction, no matter how many times you twist a little knob. This one here obviously is a whole lot more substantial. Pulled it from underneath the house. I guess the previous owners left it there for me. Lucky me. And so what I'm going to do is actually make a platform on a small 4x4 and have some braces down at the bottom to try to lift this up above the ground, or up above, obviously up above the ground, but up above the plants for our garden, and stick this out in the middle and hopefully water the entire garden at once. This one also, obviously you can tell, is a lot wider than the Dollar General version. I just brought the Dollar General version to see how wide of a plank I would need. Still trying to figure out how to actually attach it. I may just drill some holes in here and screw it in. Simple as that. But kind of here's the project in itself. You can kind of see the starting of it, and I'm using scrap wood, pallet wood, whatever you want to call it, along with some finished wood that's been sitting around forever. So I've got, like I say, this, you can't see me, hang on a second. I'll get y'all another couple pieces of wood over here. So you can see I've got just a scrap piece of pallet wood, so just a piece that actually came off pretty well without splintering, and doesn't have any nail holes or anything like that. It was, I don't know how I got so lucky, to be honest with you. Pallets are a pain to take off, contrary to what you see on the YouTube channel. So that's going to be kind of the platform for it on top. Obviously, here's that 4x4. It's not the greatest condition. It's about, I'd say, 4 feet, 3.5, 4 feet tall, and because I am not the tallest person, I'm only 5'6". And then I've got these scrap pieces of pallet wood that you can see have splintered, got holes and mess and nail holes and everything else all in them. And so what we're basically doing is just making a cross pattern across the floor here so that it'll actually brace it. So you've got one going this way, one going that way, obviously, and so on and so forth, just to keep it from actually falling over. So what I'm going to do is just screw those actually into the post here, and then screw that plank onto the post as well. Pretty simple, but like I say, hopefully it will raise the sprinkler system up enough. Most plants are probably only going to be, you know, maybe that tall, about 2.5, 3 feet off the ground. Obviously, the tomato plants and bean plants and things like that, some of your vine plants that grow up are going to require a little bit different watering. Obviously, I also know that watering the ground is better than watering the plant itself. So if I had some soaker hoses, that would probably be best solution. But anyways, that's kind of the game plan today. We're gonna put this together and see about mounting that sprinkler system and see if that piece of wood is actually big enough for it. I'm gonna start with the base, and that way I have something solid to work with that doesn't fall apart on me, and we'll go from there. So hang tight with me. Probably the biggest thing that you're going to want to do is try to make it as flush on the back side as you can. You definitely don't want any overhang, just in case the other piece doesn't line up just right. And like I say, it doesn't have to be 100% accurate. So I've got a little bit of overhang right there. It's a sprinkler system stand. I mean, it's not like I'm selling these or anything like that. So as you can see, she's pretty dang sturdy. I mean, she's got a little bit of wobble to her. That's because the boards themselves are kind of wobbly. But next we're gonna take this plank and probably screw it on here, like so, like we talked about. And then we'll try this scrap piece of wood. Like I say, I don't even know where this one came from. That way it's a little bit wider for the actual base itself, and that way I can actually set it up there and maybe drill into the corners and hold it down. So let me get this drilled down, and we'll go from there. All 4 of them made it in there. Like I say, my drilling skills aren't the greatest. I just kind of started in the middle there with that one and worked my way around. And obviously you'll need at least 2 screws to keep the thing from spinning. And then figure out kind of how to do it from there. All right, for this, I'm gonna probably use these 2.5 inch screws. To be honest with you, it may pull just a little bit, so I may have to go back and drill that hole just a little bit bigger. But like I say, this isn't trying to be, you know, Mr. Precise over here. It's all just hoping and praying that this thing actually works and does something for us. Oh yeah, I like butter on a biscuit. And there, my friends, is an oscillating sprinkler on his own tripod. I'm gonna go take this outside, hook it up to the water hose, and see just exactly how it does, and let you see the results. And to be honest with you, I think it's gonna be a whole lot better. Obviously, it's gonna affect the plants, but just making sure that we actually can cover the plants down around the base as well. So let's see what we can get into. It may be a little too dark to actually see the water and everything, if the camera doesn't produce what I think it should. But one positive to the whole thing, surprisingly, it actually didn't weigh too much, so picking it up wasn't too big of a deal. The only thing you may want to look at is obviously the lengths of the legs here, however you're going to carry it. Obviously you can come in and cut these off a little bit shorter, but I'm just going to leave it like it is and work with what I got. So we're going to take this thing down to the backyard and see exactly how it works. Alright, so I got it all plugged up, whatever you want to call it, screwed in, hooked up, set out here in the yard. You can see there's brown spots, but we're not trying to water anything tonight. We're just trying to show you exactly the purpose of this, and hopefully it'll cast the angle like I'm thinking and be able to cover especially the base right here. That's the only thing I'm worried about. But let's get this thing turned on and see exactly what it looks like. Follow the garden hose all the way back to the porch. And then all the way back. Hey. There you go. Gonna get me wet. Sorry guys, got y'all wet too. So it looks to be doing pretty good. Like I say, it's oscillating the full width and it's covering a lot of ground, a lot better than I thought it would actually, especially right there around the post, because typically that kind of oscillator sits on the ground, so it really soaks what's near the actual sprinkler, and has a hard time getting the rest of it. So I'm hoping that this lifting it up will actually be better and give it a more even coverage of water. But like I say, if you like these kind of videos and would like to learn how to do things offhand, off the cuff, with scrap pieces of wood, like and subscribe to the channel. Like I say, we're not perfect by any means as far as our videos, quality and all that good stuff, but we like to have fun. We like to build stuff. We like to work on stuff. So if you like that kind of stuff, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up for all of the YouTube algorithms that everybody says makes it happy. And stay tuned for the next one. We appreciate it. Thanks.